if you want to post it out
We're
either
live, by the
about
way.
the contest
He
Oh, what
retweeted
is it?
or
us.
if you want to answer yourself.
He
Oh,
retweeted.
oh, yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So let's do the clap. So 3, 2, 1, clap. All right. 3, 2, 1. And welcome to the Hunter's Hub for a wonderful episode 200 that nearly didn't happen. This is your host, Fortuan, joined by co-host Sasha. How we doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty great. I'm ready to go for my third win in a row in the trivia
Okay.
game. Very
All right.
excited.
Yeah,
How are you guys?
I'm good. Unfortunately, I only gave Sammy the years today, so I don't know how much time he's had to study or if he cared to, because I was unable to confirm whether we would do it or not, and I'll get into that as soon as we're out of the introductions as to what happened. And co-host Ace, how are we doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Did some light studying and then did some skimming on the years again today. So
Okay.
probably more or less in the same boat as Sammy.
It's changing.
I don't study. I just look at what games were released that year. That's it.
Okay.
And then I put myself in that mindset of what was I doing in 2013.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mhm.
2013. What was I doing? I was drooling over Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. That was my year. I played it nonstop on the Wii U. That I wasn't working. And Hot Sammy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
I know nothing, Jon Snow.
It's okay. It's
That's
okay.
what I got.
I will
I can,
explain the rules
time
and everything.
is barely existing for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you guys do a lot of stuff, so I get it. And then you also have a full-time job on top of that, so
Yeah.
I get it. So to explain why to episode 200 today almost didn't happen, as people know, in the U.S. we had a giant storm with like record snows and ice, and it hit like not just Ohio, it hit like half of the country. So Sasha got a lot of it, a lot more snow than we did, about the same amount of ice.
Yep. We got about a foot of snow.
Yep.
It's awesome.
So what we had was a giant power outage. In fact, it was 22,000 people without power, and we were without power for about 28 hours. And I had no cell service as a result too, because it took down a cell tower near me. So
Jeez.
we had to drive 30 minutes into town in the level 3 emergency just to be able for me to contact the outside world.
Oh my God. Jesus.
And that's kind of when people follow Twitter and the Discord and stuff. That's why hey, probably got to postpone the show because I have no power and no cell service and nothing's going on here. So that was a little worrisome. But hey, we're here. It happened. I got power back last night about 9:00. It was glorious, and then I was finally able to recharge my Switch and continue to play Pokemon Arceus, which has been, I will say, obviously we're doing this for bickering bucks, so I won't talk a lot about the game, but I will say everyone on my friends list has been playing this game that I have seen. Like, constant updates, so-and-so is playing Arceus, so-and-so is playing Arceus, like, everyone. It's insane. I have never seen.
Yeah, I've been playing it. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
Have you, as we say, rolled credits yet on it?
No, I take forever in Pokemon games. Like it's just a thing.
Okay.
I'm level 30 something, and I just fought the Cricketune. So that's how I play Pokemon
wow.
games.
Yeah, that's over leveled. That is, yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 alpha Pokemon, and I just fought the Cricketune.
Okay.
I'm not going to beat this game anytime soon, but that's just how I play Pokemon games.
Sure. I am in no ways a speed demon myself on these games. I am a theme player. I used to play only bug types. This game I decidedly changed that. A little bit of spoilers. It is just too hard. It is way too hard to just do bug types. Like,
A little less optimal.
oh, a lot less optimal. You will get a Pokemon, I kid you not, 20 levels below you that could potentially one-shot you without a
Yep.
super effective move.
I love
Nice.
it. I love it. That's
It
why
is.
I'm loving
I mean-
what I am. And I just got to the Cricketune because I just
Yeah.
keep coming across these super strong Pokemon. And I'm like, I'm going to spend 3 hours trying to catch you. I don't care if I should or shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen plenty of clips of Pokemon chasing people and using attacks. I think I saw one of like a Snorlax using like a solar beam or something like that against a trainer. And I'm
Oh,
just like, wow. So we're just going like Pokemon Dark Souls with this shit. And then I've
probably
seen
a
people,
hyper
like,
beam.
just-
Yeah, I will
And
say.
I've seen people use Pokeballs just out of the blue and catch things just
Mhm.
on a whim.
Oh yeah, yeah, you get that too because everything still has a chance. You can just throw like a normal Pokeball and catch like the hardest thing sometimes.
Myself so many times.
Ah,
We are.
what are you doing? My computer's going crazy. I'm still here,
Okay,
but I'm not.
it is.
There we
It
go.
is
I'm back.
the infinite expanse.
Yeah.
All right. So part of what we're doing today is later on in the show, Ace is going to be giving away somehow. He will figure it out. A copy of Sunbreak to a lucky winner. To those who
Well,
entered.
essentially, it's just like a reservation, and then
Mhm.
if a person wants a physical copy, I will ship it to them. If they want a digital copy, which is way easier,
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them a code for that.
He is supplying a Sunbreak.
I mean, yeah, whichever edition, I'm assuming they'll just come out with one that encompasses the original game as well as the release. But if they do it sort of like how they did with Iceborne, where they have multiple editions, we can figure it out.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
I didn't get to say this because it's been long enough because the whole snow thing got me real twisted up and I don't know what to do. Just before all this happened, I did complete Rise. I did. Oh my goodness. Facebook, stop.
You got
All
all
right.
your crowns?
Yes, I got crowns. I 100%ed the guild card. I have done everything.
Nice.
The only thing I have not done is
Nice.
every single event quest. Although I did some of the hardest ones in order to get those crowns because
Are they more likely?
there's a guaranteed one on certain ones. So
Ooh.
the what do they call the Apex emergencies? Those are guaranteed large crowns every time.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
the
good to know.
the
I will be
Apexes are
doing
by
crowns
far
myself.
the easiest ones to crown because of those quests. There's also a quest. It's the last quest in high rank, called Those Crowned Apex, and it is an Apex Mitsuzune, or is it an Arzuros? There's a couple quests like that. No, it's a Mitsuzune, a Rathalos, and a Zenogre, all Apex, and they have the highest chance for small crowns. So I had to do that quest, which takes you like 35 minutes to do, and I was soloing it and grinding it, and I probably did it about 15 times. But it did give me 3 crowns out of there, all 3 smalls.
Oh, is that guaranteed?
No,
If
that
you
is
got
not
them-
guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
It's 10% chance on Mitsu. It's 12% chance on Rathalos and Zenogre.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
yeah. Remember the whole thing about quest cycling I talked about, where you had to like pick the right quest because the randomizations cluster on certain quests, and it changes every time you reset the game. This also applies to these quests. So if it's not within the randomization cluster, you have to reset, even though it's a 12% chance. So basically, it was like, it's too big, reset. It's too big, reset. That's what I kind of had to do.
Jeez.
Even though it was higher chance, it would be impossible because of the clustering. Long story short, Sammy, since you probably haven't heard me talk about this, Randomization in Rise for crowns is busted. It doesn't work. When you boot up the game, the sizes are supposed to be random, but they are not ish. They cluster on certain, like they cluster for some reason in certain ranges. So you'll have you'll have to basically fret out which quest has the smaller sizes and keep farming that one quest. And it's different every time you turn off your game.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's like a discovered phenomenon I found on YouTube.
Oh
I
my
was just like,
god, I'm not looking forward to that. Because
No.
I am going to get all the crowns as well.
if you need help, let me know. I can help you with that. It's been a journey. Took me 642 hours, I think, to get everything done, but I did it. So
Jesus. I still have a handful more achievements to get before I start. The crowns is always the last two. So I'm going to do everything else. And then when I got crowns left, then I'll see where I'm at and go from there.
Right. I was just glad I got it done before Sunbreak.
Yeah.
And then Arceus. I wanted to get it done before Arceus, but that didn't happen. I couldn't. So, the other thing that we're doing tonight is our third Guess the game show. And to everyone's surprise, I'm going to go over the rules, especially for Sammy, who hasn't been on this yet, and the audience, who may be the first time listening to this game show. But also, it's a little different for Ace and Sasha. So you guys got to pay attention too, because I changed up how I do the questions to better suit the game, because I noticed that while we were sticking to levels and achievements, you kind of still have to have an intimate knowledge about the game. If you've never played the game and I list off 3 achievements in that game, you know nothing more. You're still clueless. Nothing's going to clue you in for any reason. So what I have done is I made a little bit more meta questions and a little bit more general questions about games to sort of clue you in to games. Hopefully making it even easier. We'll see if it's too easy or not and go from there. But to explain, we have 5 years that we're doing today, which is 1990, 1998, 2005, 2013, and 2020. So, each person is going to have their own game in that year to guess, and if they can't guess it or if they guess wrong, the other people have a chance to steal. And we're going to do this round robin. So I will say, hey, we'll say, hey, Sasha, it's your turn. Sammy, it's your turn. And then I'll give you clues. And if you get it right on clue number 1, that's 3 points. If you get it right on clue number 2, 2 points. If you get it right on clue number 3, 1 point. But the moment that you guess and miss, or guess or relinquish, I just say I don't know and pass it on. The next person in the rotation gets to try to steal, and then if they can't get it, the next person, then we call it done. I'm going to be keeping track of points on my end, but we've had everything from Sasha dominating with 14 points to a couple points with the other people to a all around 6, 6, and 5 last time. So it gets pretty dog. I am trying to do a podcast. Stop trying to burrow into my pocket. I am not even kidding. She is burrowing into my shirt. All right, here you go.
We're gonna have a Wyverian situation where Blinky jumps upon you and nips on your arm.
Yeah. Who is in the chat? Welcome. Or at least he was. I saw a little bit of it.
He's there.
That was funny. That was
That's
a really
one of my
good
favorite
clip.
clips.
Yeah. So Sasha, being the reigning champ, I'm going to let you decide who goes first.
I think we should let the guest go first. Sammy,
Okay.
you can go first.
Okay. So the way this goes, just to explain again, Sammy, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have you choose between A, B, and C, and that's different games on my list here that you won't know which one's which. It's just to help with randomization. And
Will I
and
know
I'll,
the year?
yes, the year, right now that we're doing is 1990. So we're guessing a game from
Okay,
1990.
so we're starting in 90. All right.
Yep, and we're going to go, each round goes to more recent games.
Okay.
So this round, 1990, and we have game A, B, or C to pick from.
B.
B. All right. All right, and these, like I said, these clues are a little bit more general. So hopefully they are from harder to easier for you to guess the game. So for 3 points, the first clue is the first game in this iconic series to utilize the visual map design of moving between levels is in an overworld.
Oh man. In an overworld. Man, there's a few that could be there. Final Fantasy. Do I have to get the number?
If it would
get
be
the
Final
number,
Fantasy, you'd have to get the number. But also keep in mind, like it's just a guess. Like if you just guess, like right off the cuff, that people can steal if you're not right. So like if you're not right, that does give opportunity for people to steal. It is one guess.
So I can't. So I guess, and if I'm not right, somebody can steal. Can I ask for another clue, and somebody can't steal?
Right. So if you're not sure at clue number 1, you can ask for another clue.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Let me ask for another clue then.
All right. So clue number 2. Many fan theories of this series point to this game being the most overt in portraying of the characters as actors in a play, predominantly because the curtains in the title screen and the exit staged right at the end of each level.
Super Mario World? Super Mario? No, that's not World that has the curtains. That's Super Mario 3. Super Mario 3.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Okay, that is correct. Super Mario Bros. 3 for 2 points.
Yeah, there we go.
And Sammy's on the board for 2 points.
Yeah, the curtains did it. Overworld, I was like, there's a bunch of games with Overworld in 90.
Right. But it was the first in the Mario series to do it.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll round robin it to Ace. A or C?
I'll go with A.
A. All right. First clue for 3 points. In a number of firsts, our main character gained the iconic ability to slide under obstacles.
Oh, okay.
It's really a shame that I don't have more experience with games from the 90s.
Dude, I was 2 when this came out. This is even old for me.
Or have you played it before?
This one? I can't give you any sort of hint. That's cheating.
Saying yes or no has no bearing on whether or not I'll get the question right.
I will say I have only played one game in this series. And it was not this one.
Okay, so there you go. I'm no closer to having an answer. Second question.
All right.
Or second hint.
Yeah, second hint. Iconic iconic bosses such as Snake Man and Gemini Man challenge our hero. Ooh, it looks like Sammy knows this one.
Come on.
Oh, is this... Oh, fuck. What's his name? Why am I blanking on it right now?
I also ask chat if they know to please not say so until the answer has been said. Not that people are watching chat for answers, but just in case.
Oh, come on. Why am I blanking on the name of it? All right, third hint just to drive the point down.
All right. This was the first game in the series to introduce the titular character, Rush.
And I will pass because I'm completely blanking right now.
Hold on. We gotta let Sasha take a guess. So Sasha, any guesses?
Mega Man 3.
There you go. That's it. Sasha on the
Mega
board.
Man. Okay. See, because my brain was just hung up on saying like Astro Boy, and I'm like, no, that's not right. What the fuck are you thinking? That's not right.
Characters.
Yes, they are. They are similar. All right. So Sasha, that leaves you with game C.
All right.
All right. So first clue: despite being a game from the early '90s, Bethesda has recently reviewed this boy space wonder for a new generation of gamers. I said reviewed. It's supposed to be revived. I had a typo.
I'll take the second clue.
All right. Despite not appearing in his own games, developers never forgot the yellow helmeted wonder and used his likeness in both Doom 2 and Doom 2016.
Is this like going to be one where I'm going to have to say which game he's in? Or can I just say like...
You have to say the title of the game, yes.
The whole title, okay. It's Alex Kidd in...
Are you...
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking. It's
okay.
because I've not played this. Alex Kidd in Shinobi.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing because that came out and that's what I remember reading about the 90s.
Okay. That is not it, actually.
Shit.
Sammy, you can steal for 2 points or take the third clue for 1 point. And I can repeat the clues for you if you need.
Yeah, I'll take the third clue.
All right. id, in a pitch to make a PC port of a Mario game, created how modern computers scroll. Being denied their pitch, they instead made this game using their newfound technology.
It's an id game. Yeah, I don't got it.
Okay.
I don't know this one.
Ace, any guesses for you?
No, but just because my brain instantly were associated to it, I'm gonna go with Wonder Boy by Tenacious D.
That's a song. That's a song, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Wonder Boy.
But,
Okay.
but you said Space Boy, and then my brain went.
Okay. I knew this was going to be a tough one. This is Commander Keen.
I've never even heard of that.
Like I said, I need to play more '90s games. Apparently,
Apparently, me too.
I'm just getting punished on all these ones.
Commander Keen appears in a lot of Doom. Yeah, it appears in a lot of Doom games. Actually, in Doom 2, he's a sprite you can kill on a secret level, and he actually gibs. It's funny. You're gibbing a 10-year-old boy. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
All right. So that is round number 1 finished. At the end of round number 1, we have Sammy with 2 and Sasha with 1. So, all right, we just had Sammy start off the round. So Ace, start of this round, A, B, or C. 1998,
This is 98, right?
Yes, 1998. By the way,
This is prime game.
I will go with C.
C. Okay. This collectathon, in the vein of Super Mario 64, added many more things from puzzle pieces, singing birds, and visible notes.
I already know this one.
This is Dr. Mario.
Is that your answer?
Yes.
It is not Dr. Mario. Sasha,
Can I
do you want to
steal this one?
steal
Oh,
or
God
get
damn
the
it.
second clue?
I would like the second clue, please.
Okay.
Damn it.
The villain
Give me this.
the villain Gruntilda would constantly, without fail, always speak in rhyme.
I feel like this is just pure strategy right now. I'm gonna ask for the third clue.
Okay. All right. The bear and the bird not only must gain jiggies to progress, but also need special moves taught by bottles to access the rest of the game.
Banjo Kazooie.
Yes, for 1 point, Banjo Kazooie.
Yes.
I knew it. As soon as you said collectathon, I was like, give me this.
I'm sorry, but that's why we
You're
round
5
robin.
words in.
That's why we do it
Oh
round
my God.
robin. I'm sorry.
You were 5 words in on the first clue, and I was like, I know this. Please.
Yeah,
Never played that game. I needed that third clue.
it's fair. I loved that game as a kid. All right, so Ace, you started off with this one. So Sasha, you have A or B to choose from.
I'll do A.
All right. Granted, I wrote these 8 questions myself, so sometimes they're worded poorly, and I'm just now seeing that. So let me. Okay, this stealth sandbox style of game was spread across 11 maps to explore and remove your targets.
Second clue.
All right, eliminating your victims can be done in various ways, even using poisoned rice cakes.
I'll take the third clue.
All right, players could pick between 2 characters, either Rikamaru or Amaye.
I am gonna pass. I have no idea.
All right. Sammy, do you want to go for a steal from 1 point?
I will try. I think I know this one. Tenchu.
Yeah, it is Tenchu. It's Tenchu Stealth Assassins.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I'll accept
I was
Tenchu
like,
because it
Tenchu
is
or
the first
Thief?
one.
Yeah.
All right.
I was thinking one of those two.
All right. So Sammy, you are starting off this one, and your choice is B since it's just left over. 98.
All right.
The third game in the series introduces vehicles to make a change in gameplay.
Crash Bandicoot.
Is this your final answer?
Cortex Strikes Back? Is that the second one?
That would
The
be the
third
second
one?
Crash Bandicoot, yes.
No. The third one is Warped. I think that one was 98.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. It is not Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped.
Shit.
You had it. I was like, oh man.
Okay. Ace. Would you like to steal for 3 points? At this third game in the series introduced vehicles.
I don't know.
You can go for the next clue if you need to. Or if you want
Sure.
to take a stab. Okay. So, number 2? Good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now owned by Square Enix, Eidos Interactive used to publish this wildly popular third-person action series developed by Core Design.
I'll take a third clue.
Okay. The dual pistol-wielding archaeologist had more than just pistols, but relied on them when no other ammo was present.
Got it.
This is what I'm talking about. I try to make it easier as the lower the points go.
Yeah. No, I'm an all or nothing kind of gamer.
Hmm.
And this is the third game in the series?
As per Clue 1.
Well, a good thing I have not played any of the games in the series, apparently. I will pass.
Sasha, can you steal for 1 point?
Tomb Raider 3.
Yes, that is correct.
Hmm.
Sasha with
Yeah, that
one
third
point.
one did it.
This is my first game that I played in that series, coincidentally. Not the last, though. All right, we are moving on to the next round with 2005. And in the year 2005, Sasha, I believe, picks first this time. Yeah, I think so. A, B, or C? We
Let's
are
do
flying
B.
by on this one. B?
Let's do B. Yes.
All right. All right. Let me... Oof, this is a wordy one. Okay. The first level puts our hero on a ship in a severe storm, ending in a battle with both showing off the quick time button presses and active action combat while facing the many heads of the Hydra.
Well, it's definitely not a game I have played. So let's get the second clue. Oh, look at Ace. I feel like it's an Ace game. All right, give me the second clue.
All right. Known for its brutal, violent acts such as removing Medusa's head to use as a weapon, were not, and such things were not uncommon.
I'm trying to think of what Ace would be playing from what I was 2005.
I haven't played it, just so you're fully aware, but I know of it.
Okay. I feel like you might be lying. Just throw me off.
I don't think Ace is that competitive.
No. Well, I think I've played that initial part, but I haven't gotten past that.
All right, give me the third clue.
All right. Among his chains of chaos, the hero could also wield the blades of Artemis, the blade of the gods, and the blades of Athena.
I feel like I'm just gonna guess God of War.
That is correct. God of War for 1 point.
This is why you need
Yep,
PlayStation.
That was God of War.
You'll be able to get 3 points instead of 1.
She needs PlayStation for our fun little game that we do once a month.
You
No,
damn it.
I just need like old Game Informers.
I mean, my local game store has a lot of old gaming magazines, so wouldn't be far off.
All right. Crap. I know what that one was. I lost track of my own system. No, I have the points right. I just didn't track on what game they were. I'm an idiot.
We actually do a quick bathroom break.
Yeah, we can do that while I'm fixing this. I think.
All right.
I'm
Perfect
fixing
timing.
It. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's right. I got it. So, Sasha, what have you been playing since we talked about Arceus a bit? It's what Sammy and I have been playing.
I haven't played a ton because I mostly just been working this week, but
Fair.
Mass Effect.
Okay.
Is what I played. I'm done with. I think I have one more of the main quest, and then the final stretch. And I downloaded the Mass Effect 2, so I'm just going right into that.
Yeah, you said you might. Yeah.
Yeah.
All after Andromeda, you had to go back to the good ones.
Yeah. But it has been such a treat to play Mass Effect 1 without broken controls.
Oh, I bet. That's, yeah. Like, we talked about this. That's why I kind of want a Dragon Age remaster. Once again, chat, please stop guessing in chat. So another thing I got to do because we had no power, so I only played like 3 hours of Pokemon before, everything went to death is I actually finished an audiobook I had downloaded. So for 5 hours, it was my brother and my mother and I sitting on separate chairs in the living room under like 6 blankets each, listening to my finishing of the latest Dritz book.
Oh my god.
It was they were like, I have no idea what's going on, and me, we were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing this. Oh my gosh. Oh no, they're going to use birthing magic, and they're like, what are you talking about?
I play the Witcher audiobooks when I'm having a hard time sleeping, so I'll turn that on because I've already read those.
Yeah.
So I'll like wake up and something really violent's happening, and I'm like, okay, hold on, just stay up a couple more minutes. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah. I actually finished that the Sword of Destiny audiobook. So that was
Thoughts?
I liked it. I liked it more than I thought I would. It was pretty good. It's hard to tell which of my favorite books of that was my favorite. It might be the one with the doppelganger.
I like the doppelganger one.
Where he's like a little halfling that just makes a bunch of money out of nowhere. Like,
Have you played The Witcher 3?
briefly.
Doppelganger is in it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a side quest. But he's
All
in
right.
it. A lot of what's in those short stories is in The Witcher 3.
So it's like this. I don't know how to describe it. There's some movie that does this where it's like someone makes a bunch of money because all of these weird small things they did. And it's like you're just finding. It's kind of like a Hangover, like the Hangover movie, where they just sort of like figure out like what he did the previous day, and he's got a bunch of money, and like, but it wasn't actually him because it was a doppelganger. So he's just like, it was really funny. It was good. All right, so Ace is back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
All right, so we just had Sasha start off that round with B. Okay. All right, I'm just getting my bearings. All right, so Sammy, you have A or C to choose from in 2005.
I will go with A.
A, okay. 2005, originally developed for the GameCube, it was labeled as only for GameCube for marketing as an exclusive. However, Capcom didn't agree, and it's been on just about every system to release since.
This is Resident Evil 4.
That is correct. At 3 points.
Yeah. That is Resident Evil 4.
Oh boy, I remember being an angry teenager about that one. You said it was Nintendo
were
only.
you one of those exclusives? Oh, you were mad that you couldn't play it.
No. That I was a Nintendo kid, so I was just like,
Oh.
you lied to us, Capcom.
Oh, so you were one of those exclusives, like, oh, you shouldn't be able to play this because I played it. Were you one of those gamers?
As a young teenager, yes, I was.
Yes.
Yeah. I will admit that, yes. All right.
This is my game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the GameCube was struggling. Let's not get this wrong. Like I was fighting tooth and nail for that system.
I had Melee, so I was happy.
Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. So that is game A done. It leaves you, Ace, with game C. Are you ready? All right. Despite
In
being
some form or another, yes.
Okay.
I am ready.
2005. Despite being critically panned, the new entry in the beloved Sega franchise sold very well.
Sonic Adventures?
Is that's your final guess?
Yes.
All right. It is not Sonic Adventure
Dang it.
or Adventures. Just to show you that I'm not being a stickler on your S. All right. Sasha, can you steal for 3 points or do you need a clue?
If you were, I would come to Ohio and we would have some words.
Find me. That's what I always say. I live out in the sticks. Find me. You never
Yeah,
will.
I'll just drive to a house in the middle of nowhere and it'll probably be yours.
Yeah, but there's like... Remember I said there's like 22,000 people without power? Yeah, they're all houses out in the middle of nowhere.
Get a searchlight.
All right. No, I would not do that to you.
No, wait. I'll just get the what is it? The that $600 flashlight that Markiplier bought, and I'll just be like, look for the beacon, and you'll just see a pillar of light shooting along the road.
But I just wouldn't tell you. I'd just be like, no, it's not there.
No, you'd be like, what did you do, Ace?
So Sasha, do you need another clue?
I sure do.
Okay.
I sure do, yeah.
All right. Our character and the namesake of the game is considered immortal and the ultimate life form in his universe.
Right. So Sonic.
You doing this to me? You're doing this to me.
I picked these games well before I even knew you were coming on.
This. You calculated this. You calculated this one.
Should I be like trying to see the posters in the back behind you? Go ahead and give me that third clue.
All right.
Because I'm definitely not sending it over to him with more than 1 point.
All right. Sega pulled a bold move in making a new character in this usually very child-friendly franchise wielding explosives and guns to take down enemies. However, due to a lack of blood, it only achieved an E10 plus rating.
I don't know.
You gonna
Go
pass?
ahead and let Sammy answer, yeah.
All right, for 1 point, Sammy.
This is Shadow the Hedgehog.
This is
The
Shadow the
greatest
Hedgehog.
Sonic game on the PlayStation 2.
All right.
Okay.
I actually had that game.
If I'd played more in the series, I would know that there was a separate Shadow the Hedgehog game.
I know this
I can
from
go
Game
put my hands
Grumps.
on that game right now.
Game Grumps did
I can
a
go
lot of
grab that
these.
game.
But I mean, is
Yeah.
Sonic not immortal? Have we not
He's
proven
not
the fact that
ultimate
if
life form.
Uh,
Shadow is the
he can
ultimate life
eat
form.
chili dogs?
He's not the ultimate life form.
Also-
He's
Give a
just
normal
super
hedgehog
I don't-
chili dogs, it'll probably die.
all right. All right. So we forced Ace to. Okay. So Sasha picked. We're back to Sammy picking between A, B, or C for 2013.
I will go with A. Oh no, sorry, C. I chose A already. C.
All right, C. All right, in 2013, while initially panned for its lack of content, this free-to-play fighting game adopted the model of buying characters individual or in packs and became accepted.
Free to play fighting game. I'll take another clue. I have an idea, but I don't remember that game being free to play.
Okay. Even though Microsoft owned the original developers Rare, instead Double Helix Games and later on Iron Galaxy took up the mantle for its iteration.
That Rare. I don't know what it is, but strategy. What's the next one?
All right. Fighters in this franchise came from various inspirations, such as Saberwolf, Spinal, Fulgor, and Thunder, being a werewolf, a spooky skeleton, a killer robot, and an indigenous chief, to name only a
That is
few.
Rare. God, I forgot that was Rare. It's Killer Instinct.
Correct. Killer Instinct for 1 point.
I forgot that was Rare. That was free to play at release?
Yes, it
I
was.
had no idea.
It's
That
still,
threw me off. That's what messed me up there. I had no idea that was free to play at release.
yeah, it was a big thing at the time. Yeah, because there was like, hey, you have to buy your fighters, and people are like, screw you, free play sucks. And then like, they saw how it was working out, and they're like, wait a minute, this is legit awesome.
Yeah, I totally forgot it started like that.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, Ace, A or B?
I'll go with A.
A. All right. 2013, making a clear genre shift from sci-fi horror to action was further made true when co-op mode was added. The wheels are turning.
No,
Oh.
go for a second hint.
Okay, hint number 2. This third entry in this beloved EA series unfortunately also spelled the end of it for the time being, with EA's greed and heavy pushing of microtransactions.
Oh. Would this happen to be Dead Space 3?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct for 2 points. Ace is on the board.
And now they're working on a remake, which puts me in a difficult spot.
Yeah, it's real weird. Let's
Well,
destroy
the Mass
company,
Effect
but
remakes are really
let's do a
good.
remake.
All right.
Yeah, it's a moral thing that's weird. It's like they killed that whole company, and they're like, well, let's bring the IP back and not pay anything.
Yeah, they totally.
And
So when we're done with
they have a
this,
history of doing that too.
so when we're done with this, I'm actually going to give you guys the other clues that we're not saying, just for fun fact stuff. It's just,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. So Sasha, you were saddled with game B.
All
All
right.
This might be a tough one, just so you know.
So it's a
2013.
Nintendo game.
Fans waited for 6 years to hear of this game from its first unofficial announcement of this RTS by the game director finally arriving on the Wii U.
So it is a Nintendo game.
Yep.
That's why I didn't feel bad saying that. Yeah.
Yep. You can go ahead and give me the next clue.
All right. Changing from broken ship parts and, quote, treasure, to this time the goal was to obtain fruit.
And the third clue.
All right. Units based on color kept the core 3, but chose to remove the white and purple units in favor of the pink and gray units.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and pass it.
All right. Sammy, do you have a guess for 1 point?
RTS is probably my least favorite gaming genre, so I have no idea. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Okay. Ace, do you have a guess?
You repeat the question, the hints.
All right. Fans awaited 6 years to hear of this game from its first unofficial announcement by of this RTS by the game director finally arriving on the Wii U.
Okay.
And then changing from broken ship parts and, quote, treasure, to this time the goal was to obtain fruit.
I think I might know.
And the third one, units based on color kept the core 3, but chose to remove the white and purple units in favor of pink and gray units.
Okay.
It's a real-time strategy game. Good thing I don't know much about those. Ship parts to fruit. That's a weird thing. Is this some weird Metroid game? Just
that
as a
your-
wild flailing
When he's
shot
done, I
in the
wanna
dark.
guess it, but I won't get any points after his turn because I
Sure.
think I know what it is now. But
Okay.
after,
Ace,
and no point.
are you saying Metroid?
Yeah, which I know it's probably not right.
It's not Metroid. Sammy, what's your unofficial guess?
Is this Pikmin?
Yes, it is Pikmin 3.
Oh my god! I see. I never thought of that game as an RTS, but I guess it is.
Yeah, it's an RTS. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never looked at it as that because Nintendo covers all their stuff in weird, fluffy
Yeah.
things. You don't realize what it is.
That was our first non-point scoring game. And there is like, I'm kind of happy with this new format. And I'll see zeros across the board on that one. All right. So, because we usually have a lot of games that have 0 points and no one ever gets it, and I'm like, man, this feels bad. So I'm glad that we're hitting some good ones. All right. So going into the last round, we have Ace at 2. Sasha, you're at 4. Sammy's at 8.
Nice.
So, into the last round. So, Sasha, you have to get some right and some steals to take this. Ace,
Yeah,
I don't think you have a chance.
I'm really hoping that I don't get another Nintendo game.
All right. So, Ace, you are the first to go on this one. This is the year
All right, we'll go with
2020, and A, B, or C.
I'll go with B.
I just realized I didn't change the name of the game. I have clues for an entirely different game but I got it fixed. All right. Initially, this roguelike only released on PC and Switch, but quickly became well-liked and a popular game despite not coming to Xbox or PlayStation until 2021.
This be Dead Cells? Oh wait, no. Wait. Yes, no. Wait. I'm overthinking it. It's between Dead Cells and another one. Is this Ori and the Blind Forest?
Is this your final answer?
Yeah.
It is not Ori and the Blind Forest. Sasha, do you have a guess at 3 points, or would you like another clue?
Take another clue.
All right. Announced in 2018 at the Video Game Awards, it went on in 2020 to win both the Best Indie and Action Game 2 years later, giving more praise to the already beloved Supergiant Games.
I'll take the third clue. Yeah, I have no idea.
All right. The infernal arms used by the hero range from Varatha, the eternal spear, Koronach, the heart-seeking bow, and other legendary weapons wielded by the Greek gods in this game's story.
I have no idea. Pass.
I hate myself.
All right, Sammy, do you have a guess?
Hades. Yes.
It is Hades for 1 point.
I hate myself.
I keep getting cheesed out of these 3 points, man.
You're still in the lead, man.
Yeah, you're still winning.
I was like, Ace picked the game. He's been playing for like a month.
I haven't played it in like a month or a month and a half.
Okay. All right. Sorry. But you have been playing it recently. More recently than me.
Yeah.
All right. Sasha, A or C?
C.
All right. 2020. Many first-person shooters are set in space fighting strange bug aliens, but few are depicted as the fantastical dwarves.
And the second clue.
Classes such as the engineer, gunner, driller, and the scout made for a team-based multiplayer experience.
And the third clue.
All right. Mining on these alien planets for riches isn't far from what we'd expect in a game taglined Danger, Darkness, and Dwarves.
I feel like this is Warhammer game, but I have no idea what any of their titles are.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pass it. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Sammy, do you have a guess for 1 point?
I have no idea. I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no idea what that one is.
Ace,
Lord of the Space Rings,
Lord of the Space Race. Also known as Halo Infinite. No.
which I have no clue. So
No. So no points on that one. That one's a little tough one. That's okay. That's called Deep Rock Galactic. You are dwarves who are mining planets.
Oh, I've heard of that
those
game.
were
yeah, but
those
I
were
never
certain
got
words
that.
that you could choose as a title.
Yeah, those are words you put together, but I've not ever heard together.
All
I
right.
have heard of that one. I do remember seeing people play that, but yeah, I would not have guessed that.
All right. So Sasha just went, right? That was Sasha's game. So now you are stuck with game A, Sammy.
Okay.
2020. While the series is known for non-stop action, even going as far as to poke fun at scripted cutscenes previously, many more appeared in this title along with more platforming, which was previously very difficult and disliked in older games in this series.
I'll take a second clue.
Okay. Releasing alongside a cutesy slice of life game, Forevermore are the franchises tied in a friendship by this coincidence and reflected in both companies' social media, even with the cameos in games together such as Smash Brothers.
Oh. Oh, I know the other game you're talking about. Make that answer. Give me the third one.
All right. Initially composed by Mick Gordon, praised for the rock and metal inspirations with a demonic choir. However, after a very public dispute, Andrew Hulshult stepped in for the DLC.
Doom Eternal.
That is correct.
I literally just know the music, and you said Mick Gordon, and I was like, all right.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
think
If I said
Smash, Doom guy outfit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you're talking about Animal Crossing. I don't know what this other thing is, but that's Animal Crossing.
That was a solid meme for like months.
Yeah.
Is Isabel rocking
Yeah,
a
the
shotgun,
Isabel
just
thing,
blasting
yeah.
fools?
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't want to name Animal Crossing because I feel that's a dead giveaway, but I feel like not putting that as a clue
Yeah.
was also
No,
not.
that was a good clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 0 for Doom Eternal. So we have our finals.
Wait. I got it. I guessed it on the third one.
Oh, sorry. You're right. 1 for Doom Eternal. I'm bad.
I want all my points. On my double digits.
What? No. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
It crashed.
Did you?
Oh, no.
I hate this program so much.
Oh, no.
Open Office. Have you guys ever used this?
Yes.
Yeah.
There may be a recovery still.
I'm going to try to get it back, yeah. Oh no. I was typing it in, it just like nope, it just died. All right. Let's see if I can get it back. Start recovery. They're saying it on stream. All right. Ooh, no. Okay. All right. So I had to pick up back on the scoring from Pikmin.
That was 2013, right?
Yeah.
So that was only one game after.
All right. So,
That was this round.
I don't think anyone got Pikmin.
No.
All right, and then next we had. Yep. I'm gonna keep saving. Oh man, I hate this program, but it's what I got because I'm not paying for an office.
It's free, but it works. Yeah. I do the same. I either do Open Office or I succumb to Google because they have everything for me anyway.
Yeah. I almost want to. Okay, so I know the last one was Doom Eternal with Sammy getting 1. Before that was Deep Rock.
None of us got that one.
Yeah.
And before that was Hades.
Yep. And Sammy, did you get another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one for
point
Hades?
on Hades.
Yeah. All right. I think that's it. I think we got it all. Sorry, folks, for the listeners. I just trying to get this thing figured out.
It happens.
It just literally died as I was totaling things up.
Control S.
Yeah, I know. And I still didn't do it. All right. Total. All right, cool. So we're totaling up. Ace, you have 2. Sasha, you have 4. And Sammy, 10. All right.
Gamer.
Sammy has taken it for this month. Sasha was finally dethroned.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when I've only played like 20% of the games we talked about tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to pick a lot less the things that I was super familiar with, but hey, you can only be like, you look at a list of games, you're like, what stands out? And I'm like, okay, what's this?
Some of these years were stacked. So it's hard.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you did 98 and didn't do Ocarina of Time. I was ready for that.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't. There's
98 stacked year.
I'm
true.
evil, and I would have just picked a Resident Evil game like every single year because I feel like there's one in 98, in 2005, in 2013, and 2020.
Yeah.
I think Fort sussed me out hard with not having Last of Us 1 or 2 in
I was
2013 or 2020
as well.
I was waiting for it, and I was like, if it wasn't in 2013, I doubt it's going to be in 2020.
The thing
just
is,
because Ford is like, Ross would be on that right away.
maybe, but also keep in mind, like, there's a lot of games to pick from every year. Like, even in 1990, I was like, okay, what is worth talking about? What is like Super Mario Bros. 3? So I did allude. There's actually a clue that leads to another game in the same year. So when I talked about id petitioning a Mario game and inventing scrolling, how it works on a PC right now, like literally they invented computer scrolling. Computers couldn't scroll until they did this. They actually ported Mario 3, so it was in the same year.
That recently came out like last year or 2 years ago, like that whole,
Oh, it's been out for a while because it was in the Masters of Doom book.
There was something that recently I like their Mario port or something.
Yeah.
Like somebody got their hands on it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that Mario port got people got their PC port hands on it. And it was like Nintendo was like, we respectfully declined because we don't care about the PC. Was essentially what their words were. And they still don't to this day.
Yep. That is very true.
Over 30 years later. Let me see. Let me find some of the clues that we missed. So Super Mario Bros. 3, you got it on number 2. So this final one was the final clue for Super Mario Bros. 3 was often mistaken for a raccoon. The Tanuki suit makes its first appearance here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have did it.
Let me see. We also had a first clue on Resident Evil 4. So the second clue is now the fourth game in the series. The game did more than a few changes to how the game works, but also added the much-loved mercenary mode. And then the last one is the famous merchant says, "What are you buying? What are you selling?"
That's a classic too.
Dead Space was got on number 2. Dead Space 3. So the last hint was, with both a remake and a spiritual successor on the horizon, it seems the spirit of Isaac Clarke will live on.
Oh, yeah.
But you got it. You got it. And that's it. Everyone hit every other clue. Would you guys like to know the bonus round ones, the tiebreakers?
Sure.
Yeah.
So we'll do this just for funsies. Anyone can chime in. I'll read them off one clue at a time if you know it. And this was a secret year. Oh, I didn't write down the title of one. I know what it is, but I was like, wait, why is there no title? All right. So, 2007. While these days looked back as a difficult game to play, it is still beloved for the story it tells. 2007. This is a very vague one.
I got nothing on that one.
All right. This is one that I had a personal experience with. This is why I wrote it down for clue number 2. The ability to romance characters and even see sensual scenes between partners isn't a new idea. However, collecting a card from them as a memento wasn't seen in any other AAA game.
Oh, is this Witcher 1?
Yes.
Or Witcher? Yes, this is Witcher 1. I only know that because I played Witcher 1 because I wanted to go through the whole series. And I was like, let me start on the first one. I didn't get very far. That game was not very fun. But I do remember the sexy times and then a card showing up with a lady who was naked and a cat on her lap. And I was like, I remember that. That's like the only thing I remember from that game.
See, I played it pretty close to it coming out. I had recently built my first PC, and I was like, I need something to test my PC. So I got The Witcher, and I was like, the guy at GameStop was just like, yeah, no, this is a good game. You should really try it out. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then they're playing it, and it's like this. I think it's like a forced sex scene too. Like you don't even like they just do it, and you're like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then you get a card afterwards. I was like, wait a minute. You want me to be able to look at this card whenever? That feels wrong.
Yep. I just remember there was some lady who was naked with a cat, right?
I'm pretty sure it's Triss. Like, I'm pretty sure in number 1 it's Triss. Yeah.
Hey,
but it was
I'll take that over the.
And I was like, I can't. This is too old. I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that, which I haven't even seen yet, to ever having experienced anything to do with Road to Hell Retribution or Ride to Hell Retribution.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
I saw a lot of reviews on that. Yeah, that was a garbage fire.
Even just watching Angry Joe's review of it was too much.
I think he
like,
did it.
I had to pause that a few times.
Yeah. And the last clue on that was now a popular Netflix show and a beloved game franchise. This game skyrocketed the career of not only for the developers, but started them on a passion for restoring good old games. Basically alluding to CD Projekt Red also being good old games.
Yeah.
All right. So this next one, Sasha, you're probably gonna get this one since we're having funsies. It's pretty good.
I see. So the games I've played, they're the tiebreaker ones, not the point. Or
I don't know what you have played all the time.
Okay,
I don't know everything you have played.
That's like 3.
Wait, what year is it? What year is it?
2007.
2007.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
MTV, Harmonix, and EA worked together to form this game at a time where music and gaming went hand in hand.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah, but we gotta know which number it is, right?
If it was,
If it-
2007, Guitar Hero 2.
Oh, I'm thinking Rock Band. It's Harmonix.
yeah, it's
Right?
rock.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Rock Band. Yeah, it's actually Rock
Yeah,
Band.
it's Rock Band.
You could just say Rock Band. I don't
Right.
care. I don't care what number you say because Rock Band would just work.
I didn't play Rock Band. I
Okay.
played Rock Band
Oh,
Blitz
man.
though. I played a ton of that.
That was
So-
I know 2007 was high school. Me and my buddies, we like straight up formed a rock band of playing that game. 2007, like, yeah, that was like major for me. I like that was easy guess, but I'm curious what the other clues were.
Second clue would have been songs from Red Hot Chili Peppers, Bon Jovi, OK Go, and Metallica made for a wider range of tastes for players to test their skills while rocking out. So,
Nice, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Rock Band. And the Rock Band one was 2007, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the last one was known for having fake instruments. This included more than just having guitars, but also bass, drums, and even vocals. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be
That's a
the
good
dead giveaway, is the last one usually.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Rock Band, not Guitar Hero.
So, Sammy, I'm glad you got to come on for this. The show's not done yet. Ace still has to do his stuff,
Yeah.
and we can. It's only been an hour, which is very short for us. But how did you guys feel about the newer format of the questions? Did you like them, or do we want to stick to levels and achievements?
I mean, I think we could possibly do back and forth.
Nice little
or
mix of
answer
them.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I liked these clues.
okay. Okay. I'm just trying to, feel it out because it's our third time doing this. To explain, Sammy, like the first time we did this, it was strictly levels in games, and then at a certain point, levels stop mattering, and then achievements do. So like, I'll just say,
So the name of achievements.
yeah. So you
I mean, I like this way more because I mean, like, what about retro games? Like, there's no like.
That's where
achievements in
levels
those
come in.
Games before.
retro games
Oh,
nearly
okay.
always have levels or chapters or
okay.
something like
It's
that.
owning the game itself
But the
and
problem
keeping it in good condition.
The problem I have with that format, at least me thinking about it, is like you had to kind of know the game, and if you didn't know the game, you didn't know the game. But when like
Yeah.
the thing like Hades, you could have been clued in by the Game Awards thing if you never played Hades, but it was a big thing for the Game Awards to both debut that game and highly reward it the 2 years later.
Yeah, I mean, like Resident Evil 4. I've never played that game, but like I know Capcom and just the GameCube game. Like I just know about Capcom stuff. But if you would have been like achievements or levels, I'd have no idea. But I know
Right.
what Resident Evil 4 is.
Right, yeah, and I feel like that was the weakness of levels and achievements. Now we could do some mix of achievements, especially if things are like pretty iconic, right? Like if you know the game, there's always iconic achievements out there, or medals or whatever you want to call them, trophies. So I kind of did a lot of work to do these questions, a lot more than the other ones, and I did it all in like last night and today because
But they're really good. They're really good questions. They're really good clues.
the power went out when I was explaining this to Sasha before the show started. The power went out as I was booting up the computer to try to do these. So I was like,
Oh no.
oh no, I have just lost all of my, progress to getting these done. Thank you, chat. They eventually started listening and not putting answers in the chat. That was good. I was like, I hope they don't look. I'm not gonna call attention to it.
I had it minimized, so I wasn't peeping.
Got ya. Oh man. But yeah. So we've been going for 200 episodes now. I didn't talk about this too much, but I'm very happy to be doing this. To be honest though, like 100% honest, I don't think that we have really grown that much in 200 episodes. We've kind of like the whole time had like about the same amount of listeners, which is weird. But I can attribute that to, changing formats and changing things all, every once in a while. You kind of lose people, and then people get tired of listening and stuff too. But it's been, I don't know, it's been fun. I enjoy having people like Sammy on, get to know people. And it was also a big shifting away from just Monster Hunter. I know Wyverian has been talking about that a lot the past couple months, and that's always a thing. And we had things like co-hosts leave quite a bit. I mean, Sasha and Ace are in the double digits of my co-hosts now, so it's been a wild ride.
I mean, life goes on, and I mean, you can only talk about Monster Hunter so much before you start talking about the same things and
Yeah,
running yourself in circles.
it's true. And we brought Sasha on, who is not a hunter, and I appreciate her for that. I appreciate her different opinion on things and sort of like an outside
We'll
view
make
on the
a-
game.
We'll make a fiber of her yet.
Not sure about a fiver.
You just gotta. I need more time. That's the problem. If I had more time, I would probably play a lot more games like I used to. But it's hard. I'm a very, very busy job. I have a toddler.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Having two kids
Maybe
myself, I understand, and they don't always live with me.
yeah. Maybe when she goes to school.
Although, my kids are hunters now. Both of them. I got rides for them, and we're going on what we call Forever Quest, which is just the expeditions. And we just kill stuff.
Oh, that's a really awesome training thing. Like,
yeah.
that they've. I mean, I guess that was in World, but it's a lot more accessible in Rise to just go in there and just mess around. Like, you could cart 8 million times. You could learn about gathering, switch weapons, all that kind of stuff. It's really cool for like what you just said, to like train people.
Yeah.
Learn how to play the game and stuff.
They're both gun lancers, and I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't even know how to do this weapon very well, so we'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah, I need to work on my skills to get to some of the levels of some of the gun lancers I've seen out there where they're flying like half a mile in the map and then they cut off the
Stash and
monster's tail midair.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of the moves that people do with the gun lance right now are freaking crazy.
oh yeah. Where Sasha's just going to smile and nod because she's still not part of it.
Take a bathroom break while you guys talk about that. It's a perfect time for me to do that.
Sure, why not? So Sammy, like, did you get the PC release of Rise, or are you sticking to Switch?
Oh yeah. No. Switch is dead. That thing is not getting turned on unless I'm copying some settings.
Okay.
To the PC version. Yeah, no, I'm PC.
I was gonna say, did you ditch the Switch for the Steam Deck?
Oh yeah, when I get the Steam Deck, Switch is dead in the water. Done.
Really?
I don't think I'm ever turning that thing on again. Yeah. I'm the PC. I can't say fanboy. I feel like you can't be. I mean, I guess you can be a fanboy of PC. You can be
Sure.
a fanboy of anything, but I just love PC stuff in general, like even outside of gaming.
Yeah.
So like I can play my games on this thing that I spent way too much money on and spend all my time on anyway. Yes. So yeah, I'm all for that. I'm very open to admitting that I am extremely superficial. I want my high frame rate. I want my high fidelity. I want any controller I can use. I want all that stuff, and I'll spend money to do it. And I know it's not cheap, but that's what I'm spending money for.
Fair.
So yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in on PC.
Andrea said she was talking to her coworker about getting a pre-built that we could upgrade, and I'm like, no, I wanna have the full adventure. Start from
Build it.
scratch and build it.
Oh yeah,
Build it from the
Yes.
case outwards.
That's
But
I mean
we'll
for
see.
me that's part of why I fell in love with it. I built my first PC in 2013. 2012 or 2013, and it was just me and my college buddy, and we both got our sets of parts and just looked at some guide on like Tom's Hardware and just built our computers. And having a bunch of just pieces of plastic and metal that just sit there and then you put them together and now you can play a game on it is like crazy. I don't know, like I've been building computers now for almost like a decade, and that stuff, when I have a bunch of parts and I put them in a box and then they work, and I could play something on it, just blows my mind. It's
Yeah.
just crazy.
See how I'm gonna do it when I build it from scratch is I'm gonna find an unadulterated version of the what is it? What's the gaming website? Why am I blanking on
The
it?
Verge, the shitty
The
Verge.
Verge. I'll find the unedited version of the Verge video, and I'll do just like everything opposite of that. Instead
Well,
of like
the guy who
icing,
did that.
instead of icing the CPU, I'll just do a dot.
So the guy who did that terrible guide actually like linked up with like Linus Tech Tips and did an actual guide on how to properly build a computer. And like,
I saw
talk
that.
about why that guide was so terrible.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and I saw that Rich. I don't know if you follow Review Tech USA, but he sort of gave him kudos for that, for like sort of taking that on the shoulder and going back
Yeah.
for it
Hmm.
and trying to actually like learn from it. Whereas like, you know, The Verge sort of being The Verge,
Yeah, the Verge
like
themselves were just like,
when you guys are bullying and blah blah blah,
Yeah.
and like they tried to copyright strike a whole bunch of content creators for that. It's like, no, all of this is fair and justified criticism. Like, if like a lot of people pointed out, and like Bitwit with his, I don't know if you saw his like joke criticism of it, where he was doing like the Chinese cousin.
Oh yeah,
somebody
Lyle.
doesn't know what this video bad, and their computer explode.
Yeah.
It's like, or you know, just more obviously, it just wouldn't get to any type of boot screen or anything. It just wouldn't start up. And I mean, they said they got the post in the video, but like, based on my understanding and as other people pointed out, they probably did not. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've just always been a fan of just PC stuff since I got into it. So Steam Deck is just my PC in Switch form. It's like everything I could ask for. So yeah, I'm all in. And I've been enjoying Rise, replaying it. That's like a new thing with World, because I never replayed Monster Hunter. Like, I'm never the one to have like multiple characters or anything.
Oh yeah, no,
it's Monster Hunter. Like, I have one character and I do everything on it. So like, why am I going to do that? And a lot of people do, but with World, I had a reason to restart.
Even though I have a good PC, like I built this one, and this is like, I have yet to come across a game I cannot play on max settings yet, because I poured money into this. This is a pretty expensive rig myself, and I have no desire to get Rise on PC. I was considering it when I figured out some secrets to crown hunting, but after it being like 642 hours, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that again. I'm going to wait for Sunbreak, and that's it. And also, I don't know if you know about this, Sammy, but I am very not for Steam particularly. So I'm actually...
Well, I saw the tweet.
Yeah.
I saw you talk about that. I didn't even get a chance to get into it, but then you asked me here, and I was like, I guess we could talk about it there. So why is that?
Because of digital rights management. Because you have a license and you don't own a copy of the game. I know technically they wouldn't ever really take it away from you, but it has happened and can happen depending on the company. And I just don't like how that sits with me as a consumer. So I avoid Steam where possible. I do have Steam games. I do have Steam. But I, if possible, buy it elsewhere. And that's why I'm more of like it's not like I'm like anti-corporation thing. I'm totally a shill for good old games, even though I don't play Cyberpunk. Like,
so how do you, what, so you don't play many PC games. So what games
no, I
do you
do.
play?
I do play a lot of PC games.
Oh, okay.
Not
do you
currently.
have any digital games that aren't on Steam, like a Switch digital game or like a, I don't know, PS4, Xbox, or whatever?
I've got like 100 Switch games that aren't physical. Yeah.
So I mean, that can apply there too. Because
yes.
The thing is, we don't own anything.
No, we don't. Like, I know that.
Like right at the gate. We don't own shit. When it comes to video games.
I understand that, but we do own a copy tied to an account, which isn't really different from Steam, but Steam does say you own a license, and I'm like, okay, that's that line I'm going to draw for myself. Like, I want to own a copy. And that's kind of where Good Old Games says, hey, if you own a copy under your account, so if anything ever happens, it is our responsibility to get you that game to be able to work. That's kind of their thing, even though it don't.
Yeah.
And again, I still do play things on Steam because there isn't a choice sometimes. Like, I had a dilemma with what is that? I keep forgetting Lost Ark that's coming out like next week.
Mhm.
I had a dilemma because it's like buy for Amazon or buy from Steam.
See,
and I was
this
like,
is where for me, when you were like Steam, I was like, I mean, no corporate's your best friend. They all suck, but like, there's so many more bad guys out there to me than like Steam. To where it's like, if there's something I want to do and Steam is there and that's the only thing in between, sure. Because like Lost Ark, it's Amazon Games. I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them.
no, that's right.
The
I
reason
bought the
have,
Steam version.
Very
of,
little desire
Yeah.
to play Lost Ark.
Well-
Well, it's like published by them, so it's like no matter what version you play,
yeah,
you're putting money in Amazon Games' pocket. So I'm
That's
like,
true.
Every game they've released has been shit in some way, whether it stops working and they just cancel it, or it works barely and it's shit, aka New World. But everything else, like Amazon Games has done, garbage. It just gets thrown out.
Amazon.
I feel like I'd rather hang out with Gabe Newell than Jeff Bezos. So
Yeah,
Well, that's why see that
I'll try
Ace.
it that way for
That's
me.
why I bought it on Steam and not Amazon. That right there, that sort of mentality.
Yeah.
But I also acknowledge that my thinking of not liking Steam is kind of like when you were saying it's very superficial. I understand that yes, I don't own any of these games, but I do like the idea that I own. This is my little copy, my little safe space that you can't take this one thing away from me. Like that's why.
Well, see, that's the beauty of PC though, because I mean, whatever the internet is, you can just own something if you want to on a PC.
Yeah.
Nobody can really stop you. And if that makes you feel better, I'm playing Pokemon and might not be using a Switch. But,
Right.
I got a dev kit. That's what I call it. I got a Switch Pro LED that costs like $3,000. But that's the power of, a PC. I could do whatever the hell I want with it.
No, that's fair.
I bought the game because I want to support that game and I think it's doing awesome things. But it's also my computer and I could do what I want with it. And I want the game to look 1440p. So I'm playing.
And that's fair. I
Yeah.
would totally support that stance as long as you were buying the game.
Yeah.
I do that a lot. I like to support developers myself, and that's why when I'm looking into Lost Ark, I was like, okay, I know it's free to play. I do want to play this game, so let me put. It was like $15, and I was like, I'll shell out $15 so that I can play it 3 days early. Whoop-de-doo. I'm a huge fan of the Diablo series, and this is a Diablo clone. And
yeah, that game looks awesome. I'm probably gonna check that out too. I'm also a huge fan of Diablo. That's like one of the reasons, one of the first couple reasons I like built my PC because I was like so excited for Diablo 3.
My previous
like, I
PC
need to
I
be ready for that
built,
game.
no, actually bought. I bought that. It was a prefab. My previous one, my last prefab was because Diablo 3 was announced, and I bought it in 2008.
Yeah.
And then I waited 4 years, and then I built a PC because it took 4 years to come out.
Yeah.
So, Sasha,
so
I
I'll
know,
start next
I know
week. I'm
you're just
excited for that.
Xbox. You don't do a lot of PC gaming stuff, right?
No, I bought an Alienware laptop so that WoW would work, and I'm clean of WoW. And then my Alienware turned into what got me through grad school.
Yeah.
It is. It really is.
No,
I've been clean.
I have never
How
got
long you been
addicted.
clean for?
I've been clean since Wrath of the Lich King.
Oh wow. Okay.
I know.
That's
I'm
a
really
decent
proud of
amount time.
myself. Yeah.
Nice.
Got
That's
your,
a lot of years sober.
got your Blizzard coin. The Oh man. I always say Diablo is in my I'd say top 3, but I don't like to rank the top 3 of my series. So it's Monster Hunter, Diablo, and Doom. Those 3 to me are like, if it's coming out, I'm getting it on whatever it's on.
Yeah.
Like I don't, I will buy a whole system That's how I bought the Wii U. They're like, I was like, man, this might be the first Nintendo system I don't buy. And then they were like, 3U announced for Wii U, and I'm like, I'm getting it day one.
Monster Hunter is the sole reason I've bought anything Nintendo since the Wii. The only reason. The only reason I ever had a Wii U, only reason I had a 3DS, a 2DS, a Switch, like anything. I have no reason to get them other than Monster Hunter. And then there's other games that come out and I'm like, all right, sure, I'll play them. But like, I didn't get a Switch until GU. I just had, I actually hated that. I didn't hate it, but I was like, so many people are talking about this stupid ass console and I can't just go to the store and buy it. This console's stupid. I don't care about it. If I can't go to the store and just buy it, I don't care about it.
It took us
and it's the same
well over a year to get the PS5 for my brother. Well over a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now,
and I know everything is all messed up, supply chain, whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm a consumer and they want my money. So if I can't just go to the store and buy it, then it doesn't exist to me. Like I'm not calling somebody, getting somebody to hold one in the back. No, dude, that's more work. I should be cheaper then. If I got to do more work to buy your console at the same price, cut off 50%. Otherwise, it doesn't exist to me.
or you could pay $200 and have better access to it with Best Buy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an option. If I cared that much, I'll take that option over scalpers, though. I mean, companies don't care. We're getting effed coming or going.
Well,
but
I would say at least the $200 markup with the Best Buy service does come with like better insurance and tech support benefits than if you were to just buy the console off a scalper from like eBay or something like that.
And that service has like, I think it has like some iPhone protection or something on it. Not that I have an iPhone, but if you do, like,
I'm pretty sure it's
like other
just like free Apple Care for all your devices. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and that like is worth a couple $100. So like, there's some value in it.
It's not free. You did pay $200. Yeah, it's just part of the deal.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you can leverage those other services, then all right, you could trick your brain. But yeah, like if I can't just go to the store and buy it, that's like part of why I'm like, look, if it's digital, cool, because I don't have to ask anybody's permission to buy this thing.
No,
I can just buy it.
That's true. But for me, I like to buy locally wherever possible. And
true, yeah. If you have like a local game shop or something.
I do. Sure. My good friend actually owns one, and I go to his store all the time. I don't know if you can actually see it. I can't. A new set of Flesh and Blood came out this past weekend. Trading card game, if you're not familiar. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to buy from you. So I bought like a case and getting into it and stuff because I'm running the local league too. But I got into it because I was like, oh, local gaming store, I'm going to go in. So I tried to buy. I've had one problem with them, as Ace knows. I pre-ordered the Monster Hunter like best edition that had the figure, the Magnum figure in it. And they were allocated 2 from their supplier and they got none and never got any. Like because they'll screw over the local game store before they screw over the big box stores. And I was like, okay, I guess we'll just keep it in store credit because I'll buy you something else here. And then I ended up buying it digitally. I would never buy Monster Hunter digitally because I collect the physical games, but like I bought it digitally so I could play it on day one because I like came around day one. I was like, I don't have a copy. I guess I'm buying it. Like, hopefully that's not the case for Sunbreak. Hopefully I can get a copy because, but ever since then it's been great. I get almost everything from him if I can. If not, then I do buy digitally because just like if you can't get it, I'll buy it digitally, and that's kind of like my line. But to Sasha's point, being an Xbox player, the new acquisitions have really made me consider the Xbox at times.
Consider it for it or against it?
For it.
For it.
And also, think about this, Ace. If you had a Game Pass, chances are you could play the Dead Space reboot without actually paying EA any money.
I will be on record for this.
We've already
Xbox Series S, best value console of this generation, hands down. Like there's no competition. It is.
I've already been pushing around the idea of getting a Series S.
It's the best value console of this generation, and you can go to the store and buy it.
Mhm.
That's
I mean,
the
I
main
already-
selling point.
I already have the PS5, because I have had friends that worked at GameStop before launch. They were able to help me secure the bag. But like, I'm not like solely one or the other, so I've been pushing around the idea of adding another stone to my metaphorical infinity gauntlet that is my collection of gaming consoles.
I mean,
Uh, I would probably just also get the expansion card right away, just so I don't have to deal with that issue, since it is a 512 gigabyte console to start with.
mhm.
That's more than enough, trust me. Mine is the 512 gigabyte console, and I have like some never delete games because I don't want to fucking download Red Dead Redemption 2 again. So like there's like I think I have probably right now somewhere like 20 games
Mhm.
downloaded, and I still have like 100 gigabytes free.
We'll see.
And,
I just
unless
deleted.
you're playing Warzone, I think you're fine. Just don't play Warzone, because that game
Gosh,
is like
it's like
8 million gigs for whatever reason.
I think-
Yeah. That's why the Halo, not Infinite, but the other Halo, that was like 200 something gigabytes. I told my husband, "You're done. That's it. Buy your own console."
Yeah, like
This is mine.
that's why.
Get your data off of it. Yeah.
Because what happened is, when we got the PS5, shortly after Call of Duty Cold War came out, and Cold War at the beginning was notoriously having issues on the PS5, and in some very rare instances was bricking the console, and I was like, I ain't fucking with that. So
Yeah.
Call of Duty, that can all get relegated to the PS4.
Mhm.
The PS5, I recently deleted Arkham Knight off of it, and I'm somewhat loosely planning on keeping it that way, because Jack will play it for a little
Ever.
bit and then hop off, and then it'll just sit there. So this year, I'm sure you saw it on my PlayStation wrap up, Arkham Knight was the most played game, but I guarantee a large portion of those hours were it just sitting there idle.
Just AFK, yeah.
Yeah. I actually have a
Plus,
habit of deleting games very often off of my consoles because of space things. Like if I finish a game, I was like, I'm done. I've either done the achievement hunting and got everything, or I've gone to the point where I'm sane and done with this game. I will delete it and move on. Or if I'm done playing it for now, there are a few never delete games that I know I will go back to. Like my Switch, I always keep Rise on it. I think I always keep Smash on it, even though I don't play it as often. I don't play it with other people. I play it with my daughters mostly. And I think Stick Fight has become one of those games. If you guys have never played Stick Fight with people, it's hilarious. It's just stick people, and you have guns and stuff, and it's hilarious.
Is it like those old school comics? Has anybody ever seen those? Like, I don't know, maybe I might have been in middle school, so I might be aging myself here. But it was like early 2000s, and it was these animations of like stick figures doing like crazy
Death.
shit, like
Stickdeath.com. Yeah, that was the shit.
like that. Is it like? Does it look like that, where they're doing like backflips and all, like shooting and all this crazy stuff? 'Cause that sounds awesome.
Kind of. It's not. So it's a lot more floaty, I would say. Like you're think of like Smash
one
with
that they did
lower
on Game
gravity, but it's with stick fighters. But it's not like Smash where you're knocking them off. You're actually killing them. Like you'll get guns and stuff. One of the hilarious things they do is they have snake guns that shoot snakes. And
Okay, yeah, this is the game. That's the game I was thinking about.
yeah,
okay.
Game Grumps did play it. Yeah, that's where I first learned about it. Ace, and you can get a snake Gatling gun that just fires snakes forever, and it's hilarious. and the thing is about the snakes, they don't care about who they're biting; they'll just go after whoever.
Yeah.
And it's a really simple game. They drop 2 stick fighters or 4, however many you're playing, and you can play online or a mix of like in person and online. You can play a bunch of people on one console. It's what me and my girls do, the 3 of us. My younger daughter doesn't like it as much because she's 5 and she's not really learned how to lose yet. And my 7-year-old, she's just like, let's just play stick fight for like ever. Okay, Dad, let's just. And I'm like, sure, let's play stick fight. And then my youngest will get like, I want to play, and then she'll get fed up and watch on my phone while we're playing. But it's really fun. You just drop down, you just go at each other, and they'll drop weapons down. They've got like all these kind of different things. Like there's levels where you're on platforms that are on chains, and you can shoot the chains and drop the platforms. Spikes to kill people. It's just like all sorts of stuff. The funniest thing to me is the fact that you can throw weapons and that it can also kill people. So you're like, I got this awesome gun, now throw it. Or one of my favorite weapons on there is this. You just have a spear, and if you throw it, it just throws like a javelin, and it can kill people. But you have to like hit with and stuff too. But every time the thing comes down, I'm like, spear, and I run for it immediately, and the girls crack up, and it's just a fun party game that I really got into, and the girls love it. So like I probably won't ever delete that, but on my PS5, I don't think there's anything that I've been like, hey, I'm going to keep this on here forever. Because like there's been nothing on the PS5 that I've felt like that I'm just going to play this all the time. Like I have Dark Alliance on there, the Dungeons and Dragons game, but that's just because a friend and I haven't finished it. Like that's it. Like if it's gone, and like same thing with Back for Blood. I would delete that if I had finished it right now because no one has been playing it. And I haven't been playing it, and but it's still on there because I haven't finished it, and there are plans eventually to do that. Yeah, my Switch, I delete things all the time. Play it, done, finish, delete. Like I do archive a lot too. But for Switch, I mean, personally, I think I went over 200 games last year on Switch, so yeah,
that's crazy.
I play a lot of games. And then also, like PC wise, I've been playing. I actually recently deleted Outer Worlds, Sasha. I didn't finish it. I was just like, I don't have time. I enjoyed my time with it, even though I'm not a fan of those Fallout style games. It was fun. It was fun persuading people to do things they wouldn't normally do.
That is a one I deleted as well. I decided that if I do end up going back for Supernova, it's going to be because I'm unemployed. I have time to do that.
Right.
So, yeah, so I deleted it.
Actually, I don't even know. I have a plan of what I want to do next, but for me, because of bickering bucks, I don't know what I'm like. I've recently got done playing Jurassic World Evolution. That was amazing. I had a couple games lined up. I just don't know what it was. Oh, Ziggurat 2. It's like a rogue FPS roguelike. Growing Up, like stuff like that, like just small games that I want to get done. Still haven't done the Kingdoms Amalur Re-Reckoning. Like all sorts of. I've got a ton.
I want to play that.
It's got a new DLC too, and I own it. I just haven't booted it up.
That's what's making me want to go back, but I bought that game. I remember pre-ordering it on 360 and paying like $60 for it then. And then when I saw that they were releasing it remastered and they wanted $60 again, I thought, the audacity. And
it's a totally different company, 10 years removed. Like it's
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been waiting for it to inevitably drop on Game Pass or drop below $20, and then
sure, okay.
I'll scoop it up.
Although I can't, I'm a total shill for THQ Nordic at this point. They're so amazing. They have revived so many dead franchises that I am just like, they're one of my favorite developers now. Like the fact that they bought Titan Quest from the defunct THQ, and like, hey. You know, this Diablo clone from 2006? yeah, we're going to make a new expansion for it 13 years later. Here you go. I'm like, wait, what? I still haven't got the new expansion content on that, so I might, go back to Titan Quest. But honestly, right now it's Arceus, and then I'm going to get into Lost Ark soon, whenever that releases, which is I think this week. Coming up
Next Friday. On Friday.
Yeah. I get it 3 days early because I paid that $15 because I wanted.
Oh, you get it a few days early? I
Yeah.
might pick it up 15 then.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at it like there was like I was like I'd be willing to pay $50 just to support the game, and then I looked at it like all the perks were like $15, so I was like, I don't give a shit about any of these perks. I'll go 15.
Yeah.
I don't want this in-game currency. I'm not gonna be doing that. Like, the only time I ever did that is for that game Nintendo killed on the phone. Hellfire the Summoning. The developers that Nintendo partnered with to do all their mobile games, DNA. Basically, when they partnered with them, I was like, hey, DNA, all those games you were working on, you're not anymore. You're working on Nintendo games now. And they shut everything down. And that was the one mobile game I loved, which was one of the DNA games. So I was like, well, I guess I'm just never mobile gaming ever again.
Yep.
Thanks, Nintendo. I usually like you, but today you were assholes. Oh boy. So Ace, do you want to go ahead and get into the contest thing?
Sure, we can do that. I don't believe we've had any new entries since the start of the podcast.
No, I don't think so. I've been kind of keeping an eye as much as I can while running the show. Of course, I'm not perfect. Yeah. I've already had people say like, "Hey, why did that come up on your screen while you're streaming?" And I'm like, "Cause I don't Twitch often. I only do it on Saturdays for a few hours. I'm not a Twitch streamer. I'm sorry. I live in Podunk, Ohio. I can't stream. I tried. It's a slideshow. It's out there. I tried doing Ghost Runner, which I almost put on the list. Ghost Runner was a 2020 game that I liked, but I was like, no one else is going to know Ghost Runner except for me. No one is going to know that. Oh yeah, the click to spin. Yeah, I forgot that Toby did this.
All right, let's go.
Oh boy. And
looks like Saratina.
Cool. Saratina is the winner of a copy of Sunbreak from Ace.
Nice.
In celebration of our 200th episode.
Nice. Congratulations.
I don't know where Saratina is. I don't know if they're watching right now, or listening, but we'll let you guys know on the Discord too, I assume, after the show.
Yep. Went and tagged them right now in the contest page.
Oh, that's why I'm getting notifications. See, I'm not good at this Twitch stuff. I didn't put myself on Do Not Disturb on Discord. There we go. So Sammy, what do you so you're playing Arceus, obviously. What are you getting into here in the near future before Sunbreak?
Just basically your journey, except I'm doing it on PC. I'm gonna 100% it, 100% Rise. That's my goal, to do that. So I'm slowly working through all that stuff. Just recently unlocked. I went from 50 to 149. I cleared all the quests in the game before events. So I went from I unlocked from that. Unfortunately, I did all the village before the unlock counted, because I forgot about that like
that sort of cap
count until that soft cap is there until you do Nara or whatever. I totally forgot about that, and I did all the village because I just like to clear everything as I go through the game.
Yes.
But then I remember I was like, oh shit, I gotta just rush through this hub so then I can go back and actually get HR for all this stuff. So I did that, and then I capped at 50 and went to that to 149. Now I'm just like, I almost did like 200 hours, and I've just been clearing quests and like helping people. So like just yesterday, I'm like finally making like specific sets because I'd just been throwing stuff together to just get a quest done and help somebody rank up or whatever. So I'm like actually doing all that, and like we were saying before, like replaying a Monster Hunter is like not really a thing I ever did until World because it came
What's
to
the point?
PC.
You can always change your weapon. You can always do that, and there's no
exactly.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm never the like, oh, let me just do a new character to go through the game and make it harder. So I can just take gear off if I want to do that. But replaying it on a different platform like makes me have to do that, and it makes me appreciate the game more.
Sure.
Like I appreciate Rise so much more than I did on Switch. And I'll admit it, playing it on my PC and having it look good and 8 million frames and all that stuff definitely helps. But like the mechanics of the game, I just appreciate. I'm looking past the superficial stuff now and seeing the game for what it is. And I just appreciate it so much more. Like the mechanics, like I still believe Rise is like the best mechanically sound Monster Hunter we've gotten so far.
I agree. It is my favorite Monster Hunter, despite my crown hunting frustrations with the whole randomization bug. I believe at this point, because when you hunted, what was my biggest one, Ace? It was still 232 or 223, 223, I think.
Wasn't it the Great Baggy?
Yeah, the Great Baggy. Like the Great Baggy, I killed it 223 times to get
ridiculous.
those crowns, and and that was like before I learned about all this randomization problems and that double quests. Don't do double quests. Don't do any quest that has two of the same monster if you're crown hunting. It's impossible.
It's just not a chance.
Not a chance. 0% chance. It's really weird. So if you like, Sammy, I can explain quest cycling to you. These two have heard it a couple times, but
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it. So there's a strat to make it easier.
So because of the way the randomization, like I said, likes to cluster on certain quests, you have to look at every quest that has a viable chance for a crown. So I'm sure you're familiar with
only like main monster.
No, it's not only main
like
monster
target?
stuff. It is a target. It does have to be a target. I'm sure you're familiar with Kiriniko.
Yeah.
So on Kiriniko, it's the best resource for figuring out. You just go to monster, hit quests. You'll see
which one has the highest chances of whatever. Yeah.
Highest usually is 3%. So you find all the 3% quests, and you play those once, and sort of measure the monster. And I also have to say, it also counts for high rank expeditions. So you have to find a high rank expedition with that monster there. Now, it doesn't have to start there. It does have to be there at some point. But those also count. So you got to go through every high rank expedition that monster's on, and every quest that it has a 3% chance or higher, and find the biggest and the smallest ones, and then just farm those quests. Now, there's a challenge with that, is that if there are quests in the game, especially event quests, that haven't been released yet, I think they're still in the game data. Thus, they are part of the formula. So
oh my god.
I think, right? This is me speculating, having done it, because I think there's something with Tobi Kadachi coming, and Tobi Kadachi took me over 100 tries knowing this information.
Viper Toby for Sunbreak.
I hope so.
We'll have to do a speculation episode at some point. We might do that alongside, because I want to do a Monster Hunter quiz like we just did, but in a different format, kind of like a Jeopardy thing. Sasha's going to be out. Huh?
I don't know if you saw my clip from earlier today, but there's some real love for Hypnocatrice.
Yes.
So hopefully that'll come back.
I'm hoping Hypnocatrice comes. The giant turkey monster. I love it.
Sleeping.
So you do this quest cycling thing. You find the smallest or the largest one, you do it. But there's a couple ones that is just not viable to do. For instance, Valstrax. Valstrax can appear in every map, right?
Yeah.
So also, Valstrax has this problem. He has two quests that appear in the game, and he just got an event quest, which would help. So you got to do the event quest. I think I haven't checked the Kiriko on that new quest, but the the quests, there's one that's with a Arachne Kadaki, which can count. But then there's two other quests that occupy the same slot and they randomly switch between each other. And they also can be on a different map. And those all count separately per map. So you just have to get lucky.
Oh my god.
Like,
oh, I'm not looking forward to this.
So Crimson
I'm gonna
Valstrax
do it.
took me 113. And
Oh
there
my God.
isn't an opportunity where that you can fight Crimson Valstrax that isn't a 3% chance or higher. So
when do you reset the game? That's pretty much
me,
what I want to know. 'Cause
me
it, like,
resetting the game is if I'm looking at all the quests, because you got to go through every quest, and it's usually advised that you kill them so that you can cycle them, like
Yeah.
kill or cap, right? So you got you got to finish the quest to cycle the quests, because if you just abandon and quit out, nothing's changed, right? You won't.
Oh, so it resets when you clear the quest?
No, not
Or does it reset
necessarily.
when you load the game?
It's another
this
roll
cluster
on the
in
same
between?
cluster. It's another roll on the same cluster.
Oh,
Just because it
okay.
clustered
All right,
on
got
the just because it
Got you.
clustered doesn't mean it's a crown. It just means that it's
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
It's only able to hit those crowns in that cluster.
Got you.
So it's a little harder to explain. When you go through the quests and nothing has a potential to be small enough or large enough, and you'll kind of get an idea after you've hunted like 10 of them. You'll be like, okay, nothing is looking viable. Reset the game. Like, close out the game, reopen it, go through the title screen and everything. Like,
That is ridiculous. That's like charm stuff from like 3rd gen.
yeah.
That's like
I
garbage.
And before I knew this stuff, where I thought it was just random, I would say this is the worst game in the series for crown hunting. Whereas World was
By
the
far,
best.
You have to load the game. Oh, my World was the best. They gave us so many quests to get crowns.
Not only that,
Like half of
you
the-
could manipulate it
almost
with
half the
investigations. Investigations,
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
legit had the chance to increase them. And I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Sasha, we've been on a Monster Hunter roll for a while.
I pretty frequently get crowns in 3U.
That's because it's truly random in 3U.
Yeah, it's random in 3U. No, what I was saying was the charms were screwed up in 3U. Like you had this whole charm table where when you made your save, like you couldn't. There were some charms you just couldn't get.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. It's
not that bad because
Crown
3U
game-
was
yeah,
like
it's not
you're
that
stuck.
bad.
You're stuck with this table for this
Yeah, you're
character
done.
forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that bad because once you reset the game, it sort of re-rolls those numbers. But yeah, it's I will find the video. I don't remember the guy's name, but the guy who sort of discovered it.
Yeah, definitely send me that. 'Cause I'm
He
gonna need it.
explains it a lot better than I could, I think. I mean, I think I have found some information because he just had discovered it. Also, he's kind of a clickbaity channel too. He's got some good stuff, but he's got some stuff that I'm just not there for.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say his name on stream and be like, "Hey, look at this one thing of his and don't look at the other stuff." Like I don't want to do that to him. But the thing was like his discovery from his own observations, which I would have never noticed, is I think pretty huge for crown hunting. Makes it bearable. I don't know how people do this. Like I don't. Well, actually, I know because they do this thing where they quit out if it doesn't look good enough, and they just quit out, and it's faster. That's just faster to quit out. I very rarely quit out. I'm mostly like I go in, let's kill the monster, but it's going to take you 20 minutes. But I'm here to hunt. That's the game. Like I want to play the game, so let me play the game. And if it takes longer, it takes longer. But then I get like beating myself on like my head on the wall for 600 hours.
200. 200 baggies.
Yeah.
So you know how last week we talked about NFTs?
Yes.
So, in a similar vein, have you guys seen the news about a certain cryptocurrency and a certain Twitch streamer who stole from people that invested?
I saw a headline. And that's all I saw.
the Ice Poseidon saga.
Oh, that guy
Apparently,
again. Why does anybody care? I don't know. That's the thing when
well,
anything
'cause he
comes
stole
about
money.
like a headline
people
about
care now
another person
because
who makes a lot more money than me, it's so hard for me to care. It's like the hardest thing in like the world for me to care about somebody who makes a shit ton more money than me in like
the thing
all
is
aspects.
he's been known historically for a bunch of scams, but this time it's
Yeah.
gone to like a new level because like uh s- s- several sources put the range between $200,000 to $500,000 that he's essentially defrauded from investors. So he,
I believe it.
launched his own crypto, and then in a matter of 2 weeks he made X amount of money, and then pulled out, and then like a day or two later, or whatever timing it was very bad optics. He got himself like a brand new Tesla and shit like that. And then another YouTuber, uh, like full on interviewed him and was like, you're basically stealing, and that you should give the money back. Like, you have the power to give it back. And he's like, yeah, I do have the power to give it back, but I'm not going. I'm gonna look after myself here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
that's why Ace wants to bring this up, because this guy legit just stole money, right? Like,
yeah, and it's
People
really
steal
fucking
money
shitty.
all the goddamn time. It's not
Oh, I
gonna
know.
change. It's not gonna change my wage.
I know.
It's
But the
like
more I
it's
feel, the more
crazy.
attention that is brought to it, the more people will, you know,
realize.
change their viewpoint on the subject and be a bit more cautious. Because like I've seen stuff like this going on for a long time now, of like YouTubers and influencers shilling out products or their own get rich quick schemes. But those get rich quick schemes are only for them, really. It only really benefits them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, I feel bad for people. I don't know if the one comment that I saw relating to it was actually real, but like, there was one person that was like, I invested uh my 401k or some stupid insane shit like that into it, and I'm supposed to have a surgery tomorrow, and I'm like, why the fuck would you ever do something like
See, and
that?
that's why I can't feel bad, because that's your fault, right? This guy scammed you, but like you did that. Nobody put a gun to you
True.
and said, invest your 401k and you have a surgery. Like nobody told you to do that. You're
True.
stupid. Like
True,
this guy
but at the
scammed
same
you, but
time,
you're dumb.
true, but at the same time, I would say, uh, if a YouTuber or a content creator that you follow says, I'm launching this, or like, I'm backing this, just ignore it.
Yeah.
And like, with any investment, whether it's crypto, NFTs, etc., or actual like legitimate stocks with companies, like, only invest what you're willing to lose,
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
you stand to lose a lot more than you stand to gain.
So, did you guys see the one comment on my Twitter post about possibly not doing the episode? It was a guy
No.
shilling NFTs. Like,
Yes, to keep on theme.
yeah,
Of
I was
course.
like, I'm not
Was
even
it a
gonna.
bot or a real human?
I don't know. I blocked them, so it's no longer there.
Good.
Let me let me just draw a shitty version of a palico, and put and like put a hexagon frame around it, and
Yeah.
watch people get mad at me.
That is
I mean,
ridiculous.
I don't feel like I'm a great artist, but I could do that. Like, I could totally do that.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
man,
that's the thing. Like, they have shitty drawings of like monkeys and clothes and all these different things, and I'm like, why not just make a shitty version of a palico? That'll be my version.
I'm launching my own NFT. It's just the thing that I've been using as my avatar for freaking years. My little Doom Diablos cyber demon. Have you seen that, Sammy? It's on my Discord. It's just
No, I have
my
not.
symbol. It's literally just a Diablo's head with a soul stone in it and cybernetic parts for a cyber demon from Doom, because it's the mesh of my 3 series that I like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. That'd be my NFT. Is that little Diablo's the doomed Diablo Soulstone, I think is what I called it.
That's another freaking crossover I want them to make happen again.
Hmm?
When they had it with Frontier or online, whichever it was, I'm pretty sure it was Frontier, the Evangelion stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I would love to fight a Evangelion Brachydios.
I'd love to see that stuff they did in that in the Portable Third crossover. Well, I guess it was Peace Walker. They like the Metal Gear stuff.
Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid Tigrex. Yeah,
Gear Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Attack on Titan Devil Joe?
Oh, give me Devil Joe, man. Don't get me on my soapbox, all right? This will be another.
I think closer to Sunbreak, I want to do a speculation episode, and Sasha, you are welcome to join or not, whichever, because
Probably pass.
Yeah.
Let you guys do your thing.
because there's so many ideas of different things that people want in Sunbreak, and I mean, but this is true for any Monster Hunter. We did the same thing before Rise. We did it's like the cycle of Monster Hunter. I want to see my favorite monsters in there, or I want to see this monster we haven't seen for a long time. But like, I'm gonna say my opinion that I say every time, 100%. They could leave out any old monster. I don't care. I want new monsters. New monsters is where it's at for me. I'm happy we're getting Shogun Sianitar. However, if Shogun Sianitar was a new monster, I'd be happier.
They should do a crossover with Demon Slayer.
I don't even know what Demon Slayer is.
It is a fantastic anime that you need to watch because you need to watch more anime.
Yep, anime. I knew it. I can't escape it. Just let me watch my real crime dramas, damn it. My Criminal Minds and Unsolved Mysteries. I don't care.
Give in, Fortuan.
No.
Watch more anime, starting with Demon Slayer.
But then
very good.
I'll be watching something and not playing something. I play, I don't watch, usually.
They have a Demon Slayer game.
Wouldn't you?
And it's on PlayStation.
When I did play Tales of Arise. That felt like the most anime thing I've ever done.
That's a pretty anime game.
It is. It's got the anime intro. It's like I am recognized immediately where it's like he's looking down, and then the camera focuses on him and he suddenly looks up like, huh. And I'm like, yep, anime.
Yeah, but that game is gorgeous. I mean, I played through it.
It was my game of the year. We did a game of the year episode. And it was my game of the year.
Wait, of what year?
Last year.
What?
Tales of Arise.
Over Rise?
Yeah. Rise was my number 2, I believe.
That's wild.
Now, I love Rise. Don't get me wrong, but the Tales of Arise knocked my socks off in a lot of ways.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I
Well, don't get mad at me, Sammy. Rise was my number 5.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Because I was like, it's a duh slot. Like,
duh. Yeah.
Rise is easily probably my favorite game of the year, but it's like so obvious that I wouldn't pick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in that case, then like Rise would be number 2 for me because Remake is amazing, and I didn't play that till last year because that's when it came out to PC.
3U is mine, and then Pray for the Gods is my number 1.
Wait, you got to talk about games that came out that year. What?
No.
3U
we had time to play.
Years ago.
Our rule is what we played that year.
Well, that's different then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole different conversation then.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Because you can not get to a game until years later, and then you never really gave it the chance. So, I mean, Sasha had Andromeda on there. Like, I mean,
I did. But my number 1 did come out in 2021.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a different scale then, because it's games that came out versus.
Yes,
Team cheat
yeah,
code.
and for us, us three with different busy lives, work and stuff,
Yeah.
that's a much smaller list than what we played. I would
Yeah.
say, because if like I had to do
Yeah,
the
like
only release that year, like I don't. Heck, I mean, I had a couple that were on there, like of course Rise and that kind of stuff, but well, Tales of Arise was on that list. There was stuff that was quite older as well. I don't
Yeah, I mean,
remember.
for me, like it would probably be like Final Fantasy VII, OG, remake, and Rise, because I those are the 3 games I played last year.
Oh man, I was mad about remake. Mad. There was good things about remake,
man.
but not being able to play the only character I liked, Nanaki. Oh, that hurt. That hurt so bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, fortunately for me, I love Tifa, so I won.
That's an easy one. You're never gonna not gonna be able to play her.
Yep. I mean, there's no Vincent, but he's just not in the game yet, so I can't be mad yet. So
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get to him. You can't even get to him until you're out of
Yeah.
Midgard. So
yeah, he's not in remake, so I'm okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that does suck that you couldn't play as. I mean, I haven't finished it yet, but I've seen enough. I know that you don't play as him,
Yeah,
which sucks.
I'm sure you're well aware of things like representation in games, that kind of stuff about race and that kind of thing. And for me, being a large portion Native American and even being raised by that quite a bit, seeing a Native American character is always like a big plus for me because it's very rare.
Yeah.
And then not being able to play as him was like an ultimate like carpet pull from out underneath me.
Yeah. I mean, I can see them changing that in part 2, though.
Yes,
'Cause
and
I think they talked about that.
yeah, my friends said that too because we did I do with some other people. I do like a book club-esque show called Bickering Bucks. I talked about we're doing Arceus, and it's on the same channel and everything. But Bickering Bucks, we did the Final Fantasy remake. If you like the game, don't listen to my opinion. I really was down on that game at the time because of the Nanaki stuff.
No, don't worry. I got a lot of friends who fucking hate the game. They hate Nomura. They hate everything they changed. It's not what they thought in their childhood. I don't give a shit. It's awesome.
Fair.
So don't worry.
You're allowed to have your opinion. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they were like,
Totally fine.
no, you don't understand. You can play him in the next game. And I was like, they'll be lucky if I watch the next game. Like,
Yeah, one of my buddies, Adam, fucking despises that game, and he's went on many rants talking about how he hates it. And it's like, I don't care. I love it. It's awesome. It doesn't affect me because
that's a good way to be, though.
Kind of thing.
To not let people, hate or even love influence your opinion. Like, I admire Sasha being like, no, I don't have the time to do Monster Hunter, no matter how many times you pester me about it. Like, I admire her will to be like, everything else is more important.
Yeah, my love for Tifa is stronger than any person who likes video games. She's just too awesome. She's just way too awesome.
I was more of an Eris fan, but hey, that's just me. If we're talking about Final Fantasy VII waifus, I guess.
She just checks all the boxes for me, man. She just checks every single box.
Punch your lights out, everything.
Yeah. But she's just awesome. She's just awesome. And cool. Cloud has a big, great sword. Like, I don't really care about Cloud, but his weapons are sick. So that also works.
So when I originally got into, because I played Monster Hunter on PS2 was my first one, right? And of course that's well after Final Fantasy VII came out, and I have a thing about not being into anime, and so my friends were like, hey, you got to play this game. It's so cool. And he showed me at his house, right? He had like the PlayStation Underground demo of Monster Hunter 1. And I was like, is that like Cloud's Buster Sword on his back?
I mean, yes. I mean, there is literally a Buster Sword in Monster Hunter.
And then I was like, I don't know. This looks like anime bullshit. Like, this looks terrible. I want anything to do with this, right? And then he walks he was in the jungle map on the first one. And he walks in and there's a cut queue. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What? and then it just runs over and bowls him over and knocks him into the second zone. And I'm like, I need to play this game now. So I literally spent all of my Christmas money to buy the game and the network adapter for the PS2 and start playing that game. I know
That's awesome.
See,
cut
what you
sold.
experienced with Monster Hunter is what you would experience with anime if you would just give it a chance.
Dude, I have told you I have watched several, and I still am not like in love with it. Like, all right, Cells at Work. I actually like Detective Conan, which is like a super old school one. And
Have you watched Full Metal Alchemist?
I've seen all of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the good
Okay,
one.
yeah.
The good.
Yeah.
That's from what I told. Your
that's
Lie in
good.
April, I actually really enjoy. And I actively and still like Fruits Basket. I still have a Fruits Basket pop, but like that's about it. Like everything else has like actually, I do like Sword Art, but a lot of people really don't like when I say that because they think it's rapey, and I'm like, dude, bad guys are bad guys. Bad guys do bad things. That's just what happens. Like, sorry, it's not. It's uncomfortable, but it's supposed to be uncomfortable. Like, that doesn't. Whatever. But anyways, like, I like the biggest reason why I like Sword Art because they actually get together. Like, they actually have like, here's an established relationship. Let's do it instead of just pine for each
No,
other
just
for
dancing around it.
17
Yeah.
seasons, and I'm like, it's just filler at this point. It's just filler. Just get it out of the way. Get it over and done with. Get to what the show's about, so I don't have to watch this anymore. So yes, I have watched anime. It just didn't stick.
Much more.
No. Unless there's like another season of One Punch. I will watch that because it's hilarious. I do like One Punch. Although the last season kind of left on a very stupid, not cliffhanger. It's like the most cutting off at the beginning half of an episode ever. It's like, what? What? It doesn't even feel like it's done. Anyways, yeah. So Sasha, do you have anything to add? We've been talking a long time without you. I'm sorry.
All right. No, I don't have anything to add.
I think she's with me on this anime train. She doesn't. We're not versed.
I mean, anime isn't a huge thing for me either. For me, I've always just, if I have time, I'd just rather play a game than watch something.
At
It's
least-
fair to you to
at
sit
least-
away to
At
watch
least
something.
watch Demon Slayer. It is my
I-
favorite anime in recent years.
I've heard good things
it
about
came
it.
out recently.
My wife watches a lot of anime, so I just get it from her. She gives me the super
Mhm.
short spark notes. I see a couple frames on her screen when she's watching
See,
it. That's enough for me.
My ex-wife
play
used to
a
watch
game.
a lot of anime, and that's how I knew about a couple of them, like Your Lie in April, that I like, because I actually went and rewatched it myself instead of coming halfway through a season, coming home. Like what is going on here?
Yeah.
I don't. I will ask my brother because my brother is the anime person, and he will tell me if Demon Slayer is good or not.
I hear good things about it.
Because he will give me a lot of unsolicited anime opinions while we're driving in the car constantly. I know a lot more about my life reincarnated as a slime than I ever care to know. Which I guess is the name of an anime. So,
I've heard of that one. Have yet to watch it.
it's weird. It's something about reincarnation and he's a slime and it's pervy and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just way out of my care. So I think we had a successful game. I will try to mix maybe some levels and achievements back in for some of them, but I do like this idea of being a little more meta because I think you guys did catch on to them a little more, and Sammy just destroyed. He just knew a lot of these older games where we normally don't.
I'm a boomer.
Yeah.
I think to give me apparently more of a fighting chance, we need to just start putting in Jeopardy point systems where we have like double and triple points
Oh no, we're gonna
on
do,
certain tile spaces.
no. I'm serious. We're gonna do this for the Monster Hunter one. The Monster Hunter one, I'm gonna have to put some serious time into because it's like it'd have to be like 50 or so questions. But I will put in
Oh,
point values for that because I want to see how people do. Because like I'm not saying I'm an expert on Monster Hunter. I'm going to be looking this stuff up, but there are some things I'm going to put in here that I know, having been there since game one. For instance, this will not be a question on there, but it will be like this. This is my example. Like which weapon, and is the only time that North America and Europe got something before Japan.
Blades.
I'd say dual blades.
Yeah, it's dual blades because
Yeah, it's
the
dual blades,
the
right?
NA PAL version had the dual blades and the Japanese version did not.
Yeah.
Because we were patched and they didn't patch games on PS2.
And then with Try and 3U, didn't they remove and then re-add in a weapon? Was that dual blades?
Several.
They removed a bunch of stuff in Try and then re-added it all back in 3U.
Yeah. They said they would never do that
switch
again.
Axe.
Yeah, they removed a bunch of stuff and added switch
and
axe.
then put it all back in 3U.
Because people were like, "Where's my bow? Where's my gun lance?"
Dual blades was gone. Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
They kept longsword.
Yep.
Well, of course they did.
Anyway, that's the weeb weapon right there. I joke around. I used to say it's not because I used to use it, but I mean, everyone who wants to play katana, there you go, longsword.
Yeah. Especially in
well, I mean, with some of the moves that the moves that they have for it in Rise,
in Rise.
they've definitely turned it into the anime.
Oh,
anime
even
sword.
in World, the
World, it was getting there. Iceborne was like okay, and now Rise is 1,000,000%.
Yes, let me sheathe my sword.
It used to be dual blades because you did the anime run.
Mm-hmm.
It's longsword now.
Yes, yeah, with the arms behind your back like freaking Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, I hate that run.
Yeah, now it's longsword.
It's the dumbest run. You're gonna fall on your face and freaking break your neck, you idiot.
Well, see, to relieve some of that stress from you, Fortswan, in the video I posted of Jay doing that, I made sure to include the Sonic theme song.
Oh, that reminds me. There was a Sonic event quest for Sonic. Cece and I, my older daughter, we went through that together on Rise. I didn't play that yet, and we were like, "Can we get an S+? It's so disappointing there isn't a reward for S+." But the two of us got an S+ done. I was proud of her. She was like, she's figuring out routes and stuff, and she was like, "All right, yeah, let's do this." That was really good. So I don't know what we're doing next week yet for the show, but thank you very much, Sammy, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Third episode on NFTs and cryptocurrency.
Oh my god.
No, I don't want to talk about that more.
No.
It was clearly a joke.
Okay. I don't know with you sometimes, Ace.
How have you not picked up on my sense of humor yet?
I mean, sometimes, yes, I do, but other times I'm just like, you're just on the blood path. Like, it's just, you're just like, we're just gonna go full hog, just all the pain. I'm like, why?
I mean, last week I brought up NFTs. I didn't seriously think that would become a topic of discussion for us.
Fair, but it was relevant.
But then you were like, yeah, we'll do that, and we'll marry it with this other thing. And I was like, okay. I guess I'm fucked now. We'll talk about this now.
Yep. But yeah, as always, thank you for coming on, Sasha. I know you didn't get to say a lot at the end there, but I'm sorry. It's the Monster Hunter hype in me is growing. Hey, but you got to play Arceus at least. You got the Switch now, right?
I do, but I also have Diamond and Pearl, and I haven't played Sword and Shield either.
You just skip that one too. Just skip all those other ones.
Am I wrong that Diamond and Pearl take place in the exact same region as Arceus? Am I?
It's the same thing.
Why
Just
did they do
way
that?
in the history.
Why did they do
I don't
2
know.
games in a row in the same region? Like, I don't.
Well, that's probably why they re-released Diamond and Pearl, to be like, hey, remember this place? Now go in the past, play Arceus. That's probably why.
I mean, as
Just
the
skip
bug
Diamond.
trainer,
Just play Arceus.
as the person who loves bug Pokemon, fuck Kricketot. I'm so tired of that damn.
But it's evolution, Cricketune.
Cricketune is good.
That's timeless.
Also, can you confirm, because I'm not a great Pokemon expert, can you confirm to me, is what's that thing? Cleaver? Isn't that a new one?
I don't think there's any brand new Pokemon in this game.
Okay, I was unaware of Cleaver. Then.
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of Pokemon I don't know. I haven't really played Pokemon since like Ruby Sapphire.
Okay.
I played Sun and Moon like a little bit, and then like I stopped. So there's a ton of Pokemon I have no idea what the hell they are, which is fun. It's fun playing a Pokemon and not knowing everything.
So Sasha, are you aware of Cleaver, the Pokemon? It's a rock bug.
Let me look at it. It's not ringing any bells.
I am near positive this is a new Pokemon. Because things in Arceus that happened was looking through my inventory and seeing Scyther is compatible with this stone. Okay, what happens? Do I get Scissor?
Cleaver is definitely new.
Yeah.
Unless Cleaver happened after Sun and Moon.
It's introduced in Gen 8, which is Shining Pearl, or yeah. So I guess it got added in the last game in that.
Interesting.
It
got added in the remake?
8th generation.
I've never heard of that
Or maybe it was in
before.
Sword and Shield, I guess. Maybe Sword and Shield. Is that whatever 8th gen is? So I think that's Sword and Shield. So the last.
I don't know. I was just
original
surprised when I accidentally evolved my Scyther into a Cleaver, and I was like, "What now? What? I thought I was getting Scissor. Now I got to change up my whole team."
Who broke my game?
Right.
What kind of bootleg shit is this?
Oh, so my friend was asking for trades. He's like, "I need to evolve like my Haunter and my stuff, like stuff. I need to evolve it." And I'm like, "You don't need.
You don't need to do that anymore.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You get this item called a link cable, and you just attach it to them, and they turn into a Gengar. It's amazing.
In 5000 BC, they had link cables.
You actually get the link cable as an item. This is so funny to me.
It's really cool. That's actually used to be a dev item, and then they put it in the game.
Oh,
It
nice!
used to
I
be
didn't
like
know
a
that.
dev item. That was like how they would test evolutions and stuff, and like people, hacked the game or whatever and found that dev item. And would, like, turn it
Interesting.
on. And now it's in the actual game, which is really cool.
Huh?
Get him.
See,
Blinky.
oh yeah, Blinky is full on like clingy mode right now. She is afraid because that like I said, my family is spending the night because they lost power, and she's just beside herself. Dog.
She's trying to become
No,
one.
Dad.
Yeah, she's now crawling behind me. Anyways,
You just need to install a back of headrest level bed so she could just stay there.
oh man, no, now she's like crawling on the other side. No, don't get in my pocket again. Bye. Go on the bed. All right. Anyways, so yeah, I think there's some cool stuff that you should play Arceus for, Sasha. I think it's really cool. I've been a
Skip
little bit.
Diamond and Sword and Shield. It'll save you a lot of time, and you'll get a better game. There's my 2 cents.
No, I don't need to play Sword and Shield for the story because my kid has made me watch all of that.
There you go. You're already done with that game.
I already know what's gonna happen.
Dude, I think Sword and Shield was my favorite game as a bug trainer. There were so many good bugs in that one. Frosmoth and the Senta whatever, Senta Scorch and that stuff. So
the
good.
fire caterpillar thing.
Yeah, that thing knew a fire, a water, a grass, and a dark move. And I loved it.
Oh wow.
And I was like, Yeah, come at me, bro, with your rock. I'll scald you, and then I'll vine whip you. And people are like, why? Why does he know this? Yes, my fire bug knows a grass move. Move along. And a water move. So yeah, okay. Well, we will wrap this up. So thank you guys for listening, watching, and everything. Be sure to catch us at Hunters Hub Pod on Twitter for any sort of updates, especially like, I don't know, me losing power and possibly not doing an episode, or other things like you'll see Bickering Bucks and other things posted along with there. We have a Magic set review coming up for the next set. I don't remember the name of the set, but that's what my brother's for, and we'll be good on that. That's coming out really soon. And then also, like I said, Bickering Bucks, which we should have an episode out by the end of February for Arceus, and then we haven't decided on the next game. But if you're hankering to hear about Jurassic World Evolution 2 and how I think it's the best park builder ever made, then you can listen to that. Because what park builder is not amazing with a T-Rex and a Stegosaurus? So that you can actively have people killed and you just get lawsuits and it's fine. You just cover up the costs. Then Ace at Ace Badger Gaming on Twitter. And you can catch all three of us on the Discord at any time. Sasha doesn't do Twitter. And then at Hot Sammy, and it's SLIZ, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then
Hot Sammy Squiz.
Be sure to check out the stuff he does, his Twitch stream as well, and your guys' podcast, which do you guys do that on Twitch as well? The PVC podcast?
Sometimes, but
Sometimes?
usually just
Just chilling with buds.
Audio.
Yeah.
Yep.
I get
PVC
you.
Podcasts.
Alrighty. Yeah, he's wearing a hat for it too. Got that merch.
Yeah, there it is.
I just have a Star Wars hat on because I'm a nerd.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Rise Twitter on.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even like my shirt is one of the original Lagiacrus things.
Oh, how did you not show me that? I'm here and you have Lagiacrus on and didn't tell me.
Yeah, I got it from ex-sister-in-law. Oh man, that's a crazy looking Camellias.
Nice, Cammy. Nice.
Yeah,
Favorite
I have a collection of Monster
Well,
Hunter shirts. I've got like 10. So
Same.
yeah. So thank you guys for listening and watching, and we'll catch you next week. Later.
Bye.